Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be Power, Book 4, Season 2, Episode 9. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. So this is a good episode. So we're down to the second to last episode for the season, and this is No Loose Ends. And so, of course, after the aftermath of last episode 8 ended with Diamond killing his PO, this one picks up with Diamond and Tommy pretty much getting rid of the body. After getting rid of the body, you got the task force with Stacy, U.S. Attorney, trying to ramp up, the task force and everything, and she want to do things illegally. And of course, the detective who she's sleeping with, he's like, nah, we need to do it by the book. And so, in the process of that, she looks like she's going to do it illegally, because she forced Vic to say that he's seen Tommy kill the FBI. So it goes from there. It goes to Diamond and Jannard having a conversation. And so now Jannard is not on the drugs. He's kind of more or less being sober. And what's coming around is he's starting to look at his brother more basically as, they got to stick together. Diamond is basically turning the form of his own self. He's pissed. Jannard pretty much basically like, oh, are you cool? Because, Leon was your guy, you teach him how to box and everything. Diamond was like, he's straight, but he wanted Jannard to do one thing for him, and that is basically find out who killed Leon. So from there it goes to Miguel and Miria and the grandmom at the bar. And so you kind of see it was set up what's going to happen. And so from there you have Miria, pretty much she can't stand her brother Miguel, and he's talking to the grandmom, pretty much telling her that he's, they're gonna get rid of the Serbs and then show that his worth to Chi. And when after that, he's going to get rid of Tommy. So of course Miriam messes with Tommy. He's upset with that. So before, I believe, Miguel gets killed, it will be revealed that Tommy's been messing with his sister. However, you see, he has to get his insulin shot. Miriam pretty much says she got to get away to go to work, and said the grandma need to handle that. But the grandma asked something key. She said her car's in the shop. She need to borrow Miguel's car. So you kind of already see where this was going. If the Serbs is out there looking for Miguel, she's going to take his car. You knew something was going to happen. So from there it goes to Merkovich meeting up with the other cartel. And once they get underneath them, they won't need Cheese Cartel. So Claudia seen Merkovich talking to the cartel, and she kind of weaseled her way in so that she can be part of the partnership. Merkovich didn't like that, of course, but what could he do? Because he kind of intervened on her with the extra profit she was getting. So he pretty much told her, well, listen, if you want in, you're going to have to front the first 2 drops all by yourself. So she's thinking, like, where I'm going to get the money from? Of course, she got a girlfriend who come from a rich family, and she's basically said she could get the money. And by the end of the episode, she did show up with the money. So that's Claudia's way of buying herself in. So Tommy comes up with the idea, is we going to weigh out who, because he got his own venture of Davis McLean, his own version of Proctor from the original Ghost. He has his attorney that's linked. So he pretty much said we're going to ask everybody to flip their burners daily so that way they can sniff out who is the rat. And so they're doing that recon. Of course, Tommy going to think it was Jannard. Diamond was like, no, Jannard's too solid. Diamond thinks it's Vic. And so pretty much Tommy like, nah, he killed the Fed. He's solid too. So we're going to weed him out. So it does reveal who the snitch was, and Tommy does find out by the end of the episode. So they want to, U.S. Stacy, she wants to get a bug into Tommy's apartment. So they basically let's think of Vic. So Stacy, she comes in, she did things by the book, so she did get approval for warrants. And of course, they're going to use Vic to plant a bug in Tommy's house. Now, Diamond goes to visit Leon's mom. When he gets there, he sees his dad there and basically told her to take care of herself. And he finds out that the dad pretty much was the one who told his PO officer about him getting back in the game. So Diamond, by the end of the episode, he kills the dad. So salute to him. Miria goes linked with Tommy, pretty much tells her the story, tells him what she heard her brother was going to do, and basically she telling Tommy, I'm choosing you, I want you, and if it's between you and my brother, I'm choosing you. Basically confessing her love to him, and Tommy is all for it. So Miguel's shoots back to Miguel, and he's at the bar. The grandmama is about to leave out. Nunez was supposed to be around, which is one of Miguel's henchmen, was supposed to be around to drive her, but he wasn't. Miguel's car was sitting out there. That car was supposed to be set up for Miguel. When she goes out to the car and started up, the car blows up. Meanwhile, Diamond was in the bar talking to Miguel, and Miguel was telling Diamond, look, you need to cut Tommy off and cut ties. And so CBI and his crew, they could partner up. So after, of course, Miguel's grandma gets killed, they have the funeral with Miria there. Tommy shows up, gives his condolences, but Tommy's all about business, so he's speaking to Chi, basically like, yo, you should let us get Mirovich. And Chi pretty much said, nah, that's Miguel's kill. So Tommy comes up with the idea that if we find out who set Miguel up, that led to the death of his grandma, and we could run a play to stop Miguel from killing Merkovich, and then we'll come in and kill Merkovich, and we'll be favored more in Chi's eyes. So Miria told her that Nunez was supposed to be the one who actually was supposed to drive the grandma that night, and he didn't. So that triggered Tommy to follow him. He followed him. He seen Nunez go to Merkovich bar, and he pretty much grabbed up Nunez and began to torture him, and got Nunez to confess when Miguel was headed to Merkovich's place to shoot and kill him. However, Tommy told him just in time, call Merkovich and warn him. So Merkovich was able to get out of harm's way in time for Miguel to finish the execution. So this is going to make Miguel look incompetent to Chi, basically saying, okay, now I got to lean on Tommy. I tried to give you a chance first, not knowing Tommy sabotaged the whole thing. So, of course, that's Tommy using his ghost strategic moves and playing chess. Now, there was a scene that shows Shanti pretty much linking up with Jannard, and Jannard telling her, nah, we don't need to get rid of Diamond. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's his brother. He ain't trying to kill his brother. When she basically like, we killing everybody off the chessboard. He pretty much telling her, listen, we just get Tommy. We can still use Diamond. And so she pretty much looking at him like he's soft, but he's sober-minded. And so he loves his brother. So I said earlier in the season, I believe that Jannar is going to end up being the one to kill Shanti. Even though I think her character could have been dope, but I think he's going to be the one that end up killing her. And so it also shows Shanti meeting up with Tommy. So she's pretty much telling him Claudia's linking up with the other cartel and giving him detail, allowing Tommy to develop trust in her. And so after Shanti told her that, he gave her a new burner. And basically told her, do business with Claudia and basically tell everybody you're not down with CBI. We'll let you back in at a later time and you go get money with Claudia. Basically, so we got an inside person in Claudia's team. So the PO's boss that came to Diamond's establishment, his boss, she showed up pretty much saying, hey, nobody don't know where he is and why did he come so late? And he pretty much told me, somebody told him I was still dealing. And she was like, you? And after, he picked you up for early parole release. So he pretty much said, yeah. So Jannar came in right at that time and pretty much told him like, hey, yeah, I back everything he said. So Jannar told him pretty much like the person who killed Leon, he's Big Kilo's nephew. So he need to be off limit, or that whole coalition thing will be called off. Meanwhile, you had D-Mac. He fought somebody in school. He returned back, pretty much confronted JP, telling him, you let me go again. I just need you to be a father and have my back. So JP, he went and confessed to Kate, told her like he apologized and he accepted her amends that she gave to him, and basically he needed to make things right with D-Mac. Now, the way this scene plays out, that there's some death predictions coming up. I think JP is on the chopping block to get killed. I think it was going to be fitting the way they have his head up. You got Tommy, finally, he found out that Vic was the one off of the burners and seeing the records. Vic was the one that's the snitch and the CI for the U.S. attorney. He finds out that by the end of the episode, then he received confirmation he's seen Vic getting out of the car of the U.S. attorney. So it's just a matter of time, countdown, however he gonna play it to get Vic. So after that, that's pretty much covered everything. Tommy brought Nunez to Chi and Miguel and pretty much told him that he was the one that snitched. He had a gag over his mouth. They didn't let him talk, they just shot him. So Vic did get in Tommy's apartment and planted the wiretap. He planted a bug in Tommy's apartment where they could listen to everything that's being said. So they got that part out the way. Vic did do that. But Vic, days are pretty much numbered, and he'll be out of here soon. It's interesting how things will play out. So overall, it was a decent episode. Last episode for the finale for season 2. So it was a real good episode. One of the better episodes. And subscribe to the channel, like the video, tune in next week for the recap of the final episode of season 2. Till next time.